Thanks, this meal looks fantastic. But unfortunately, for someone like me, it can also be deadly. Food allergies affect about 10% of children and about 5% of the population overall. A food allergy occurs when a person's immune system overreacts to a food. Allergic reactions range from mild through to severe. At the severe end of the scale is anaphylaxis. Symptoms usually develop rapidly and include breathing difficulties and/or a sudden drop in blood pressure. If an anaphylactic reaction is not treated properly, the outcome can be very serious for all involved. The main foods that cause allergies are milk, and therefore all dairy foods, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, sesame, soy, wheat, fish and shellfish. Because there's no cure for food allergies, the only option I have is to avoid the foods that I'm allergic to. Therefore, I need to be able to get clear and accurate information so I can decide whether it should be safe for me to eat here. The only way I can realistically do this is to disclose my allergy and then put trust in the food management procedures of the people serving me food. This is why it is important for all food services to have food allergy management plans in place. Because if things go wrong, it's not only a business that's at stake.
He's right. It doesn't matter if you're a takeaway bar, a factory cafe or a restaurant. If you're in the business of serving food, you need to consider a food allergy management plan. The purpose of this video is to give front of house staff, people like you and I, some simple tips on how to keep customers with food allergy safe and happy. Put simply, it's all about good communication and taking ownership of the situation. So where do we start? Well, it's really important to get things right from the beginning. So let's go back to when a customer with food allergies first comes into your restaurant. Hi, would you like a table?
Yes, but I do have a serious food allergy. Can you provide me with a meal that doesn't contain any nuts, please?
Yes, we do cater for food allergies. Just let me check with the chef first. Most people with a serious food allergy will say that they have a special requirement. What you now need to do is talk to the chef to get the information needed to provide back to the customer. This will enable your customer to decide whether a suitable meal can be provided or not. If the customer is confident the restaurant can provide a meal that is suitable, it's important to check the table has been cleaned properly and all garnishes removed prior to seating the customer. Once seated, here's what you need to do. Listen carefully and make sure your customer feels understood. Don't be afraid to spend a little longer discussing and clarifying their needs or concerns. Describe the procedures in place for handling special food requests so your customer can make informed choices. If you are unsure of the answer to any questions, don't be afraid to go back and check with the chef or management. Use your notepad or customer management device to clearly identify the customer with food allergy, what meal they have ordered, and what foods they need to avoid. And please remember that your customer is relying on you for a good dining experience. So you really need to own the service from start to finish. And if you're ever in doubt of the safety or suitability of a meal, never be afraid to tell your customer. When you've collected all the information you can, make sure both the chef and management are aware of the special order. Once the meal for the customer with food allergy has been plated, ready for delivery, you need to check that no additional ingredients, such as garnishes, have been mistakenly added to the plate. Make sure the right meal gets to the right customer. And if you are unable to deliver the meal, make sure whoever takes over fully understands the situation.
Thanks, this meal looks really fantastic. And because the front of house staff have carefully followed a food allergy management plan and given me the information I need, I can really enjoy my meal. Oh, and I'm also going to recommend this restaurant to friends, family and other people with food allergies. Bon appetit.